So we had a meeting in Clearwater Mall, and Clinton wasn't there that day. And I met with a guy and his girlfriend, and my appointment was actually with the girlfriend. And she had told me before, while he was going to the bathroom, that he's unemployed, and she actually wanted him to have a look at the opportunity. You know how women do that, right? Yeah, we all do that. But this guy was the most pompous, arrogant, I will teach you something about business, right? And I just thought, oh, good grief. Now that I think about it, I totally can see what I did wrong. At one point, he said to me, I'd give this business 6 months. And instead of treating him in the right category, I was in my head thinking, I'll show you. So I said, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know about all your successful years in business that you would have an opinion that would actually matter at this point. And he just looked at me, he threw over his cup of coffee and he walked out, and I kind of thought, oh, it was stupid. So to prove the point, I lost the sale, which wasn't exactly what I was intending to do, but this is great. So what we want to do is we want to incorporate some skills that you can use in your business on a day-to-day basis that will improve how you deal with people. Because if you can improve your relations with people and the connections you make initially, signing them on and getting them active and working in the business, this is not just for sales pitches, this is also for relating to people in the business on a daily basis, right? So it makes perfect sense. Thanks, Abby. I feel really bad taking this off. Do we have a picture of this? Okay. Okay, so start a new page because it's about to get real serious in here, right? So let's quickly have some feedback. You guys know who I am, right? Anybody who doesn't know who I am, do I have to introduce myself? Okay, I'm Cheri. I've been in the business for about 18 months. It's changed my life. I'm what you call an MVP Emerald. After 7 months in the business, 8 months in the business, I was earning a 6-figure income. So the seat you're sitting on is seriously, seriously valuable, but it depends on you what you're going to be doing with it. If there's anybody outside who wants to come and join us, now's a good time. So we're going to start off with the most important element in this business, and you cannot even start talking to people if you don't know where you're going. So I'm going to teach you how to plan your rank. We're going to teach you what the requirements are to build rank. And does anybody know why we do this whole rank focus thing? Yeah, absolutely. You earn according to your rank. So since you are not really all that in control of your earnings, you're in control of your rank, and that directly affects it. Does that make sense? So we're going to start with what the requirements are for you to reach rank. There are pretty much 3 requirements for you to jump in rank in this business. And I want to show you how simple it is, because when people start actually thinking about the business in terms of what is actually required, it makes it far easier to get going, right? Okay, so let's start very, very quickly. What's the first rank in Live and Eat International? Pearl. So I sat with a couple of people from our teams in Africa, and I said to them, what is the first requirement? What is the first rank? And they say to me, Silver Pro. And I'm going, shucks, I need to quickly go and check what the requirements are for Silver Pro, because I don't even know. Because we don't plan ranks in this company according to Silver Pro. Okay, it's just not going to happen. So I'm going to start at Pearl. Pearl is your first MVP rank. So what we do is, this is certainly not the goal, right? We're not going to end up at Pearl, but when you have created yourself a Pearl in this business, you're kind of like stuck with us forever. Does that make sense? It really increases the sustainability of your business if you can create some decent pearls. So with the requirements for all of the ranks, there's 3 of them. Who can tell me what they are?
You need to be qualified.
First one.
Ordership.
Second one?
Qualified.
Qualified distributors. And finally? Volume. Okay, so we're going to start with ordership, and this is how the training is going to go for the first session today. Let's chat about ordership. So I went to Durban, and I saw one of my good friends and a mentor of mine, Robin Miller, present the business. And he was presenting auto ship. Is there anyone here who doesn't know what auto ship is? Everybody knows what the authorship is, right? Okay, so he was presenting the authorship as an overhead for your business. And I've thought myself back to about a month or so ago when I had met with somebody and they said to me that I need to admit that the authorship was an overhead and a cost. And I refused. I refused to admit that it was a cost. Because what do you get for your authorship? The product. And what do you do with your product? Use it and sell it, right? So you're making money and saving money. And I think some of you have seen the visual of my daughters saying, the authorship makes you money and it saves you money, so do it now. Have you guys seen that? Okay, so I'm going to eat some humble pie in front of all of you, and I'm going to apologize. I was wrong. Your authorship was never intended for you to sell. Okay, so hear me out. The authorship is there for you to increase and improve your lifestyle through the usage of our products. The reason why we have a minimum authorship of 100 PV is because we want to improve your lifestyle. So this actually came to me while I was sitting across the table from Chris tonight, and I was talking to her and I said to her, I don't see why we have to add more products to our bouquet. This doesn't, I don't feel comfortable with that. Because I just feel like we're becoming another Amway. I don't want that. And she said to me, oh, my friend, you are missing the point so badly. And I said, okay. Who here joined Syntek to be a salesperson? I would say that that's a resounding 0%. Because the mere fact of everything is that nobody wants to sell, is it? So what if I told you you don't have to sell your authorship? Take your XFT sachets and tile your bathroom. I don't care. Do with it whatever you like. Just make sure that you use it. Is everybody with me? That's all I actually need you to do. I just need you to use it. Unfortunately, or fortunately, our minimum value for what you have to use with Syntek Global every month in order for all of us to make money is $100. Okay, so for Paul, the authorship requirement is 100 PV. Now, what products can you make up 100 PV of for usage, in terms of usage? Give me some ideas.
You can do XGT.
Speak up.
XGT.
XGT, how much?
50.
50 PV. Why 50 PV?
It's enough for you to use one month.
Okay, and then the other 50 PV?
You can use XFT for your own use.
Is everybody with me? No, not really? Yes. Sorry, I'm just going to write these down. And I forgot my box at home. Who was at my training on Monday? Did you see the box? I have this big box that's like this. And it's filled with 800 PV of XGT. That's what's in the box. So it's about, give or take, 10,000 rands worth of XGT. Everyone with me? How long do you think it would take me to sell that box of XGT?
A year.
A year? I'm a bit better than that, I must say. Let's say a week. What would my profit margin be on 10,000 rands worth of XGT? 2,500 bucks. I want you to consider that I'm an emerald in this business. You kind of have an idea of what I earn. Do you think that it's worth a week of my time to work for 2,500 rand in terms of sales?
No.
Our compensation plan is not geared for sales. Our compensation plan is geared for distribution and your usage. There's a huge difference. Is everybody with me? I would get far more value from just drinking the HGT and putting my time into building the business. Is everybody understanding where I'm coming with this? Okay, cool. So when you have to do 100 PV, you can do 50 PV XGT, you can do 50 PV XFT. You can do Ecomist. Who here has seen Ecomist? So I want to tell you a funny story. Cassie comes to visit me, or not Cassie comes to visit me. I mean, like, he just happened to be at my house with his wife. And him and I are talking that we've got to get our cars cleaned because the next day is convention, right? First 2 Audis in South Africa, it's important that they're clean. And guess where Cassie refers me to? The car wash down the road.
Because they're fantastic. 75 bucks and they clean your car and it's absolutely amazing. And I mean, he's going, this is fantastic. They polish it, the whole toot. So I'm going, wow, that's not too bad. And then I realized, hang on a second, you bugger. We have e-commerce. And you just referred me to our competition because we don't think in terms of usage. We think in terms of sales. So when he sees me, he doesn't see somebody that he would potentially sell to. I mean, he's already sold to me. I'm in the business, right? But how many of you have actually told your downline about e-commerce? But he'll use the same kind of energy to refer me to a car wash down the road. Is everyone with me? So we need to start considering how we are putting our 100 PV order ship together. Now I've started using e-commerce to my car. I have the two, I've got the two girls. The older one's not a problem, but the younger one seems to always be filled with chocolate. And it's always in my car. And for my car to be tidy is a big thing. So I'm using my e-commerce in and out my car. Not that it would help now with the door being scratched. But spraying it everywhere, it takes me 2 minutes, everything's clean, the cloth is fantastic, it's a microfiber, it doesn't scratch anything. And this HGT and XFT, just my usage, costs me about 2,000 Rand, 100 PV a month, and it improves my quality of life. Is everybody with me? So all of a sudden, I don't actually care that I've got to be paying this money because it's improving my quality of life and I'm not trying to sell anything to anyone. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now there's people sitting here that cannot afford to spend 2,000 Rand. My first thing is, just your usage with XFT will save you money. Just your usage will save you money. On top of that, if you have to sell your order ship, let's say in your first 3 months of the business, then do what it takes. Then if you have to do what Richard did, is Richard here? I did see him. Richard is a young guy, he's 24, 23 I think. Sold his XFT literally at the robot and got people's numbers as he was selling them XFT. Okay? Because he was that determined to get the money to pay his order ship. The point I'm trying to get to, is this negotiable?
No.
Okay, you need to really be with me on this one. Is this negotiable?
No.
And if you've not been doing your order ship of 100 PV, I hope you're feeling very, 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 very uncomfortable right now. Because now the third thing comes up where people come to us and they say, Cheri, Naomi and I had this, but she has so much, that horrible P word that I love so much. Potential. She's got so much potential, Cheri. She really cannot afford her order ship because, you know what, she just lost her job and, she's got so much potential. How's it feel eating potential? Not so much fun. Does your business grow on potential? No, it doesn't. How many times do people come to you and they go, I know someone with 500 trucks. Every day. Can you eat 500 trucks or someone's relationship with someone with 500 trucks? No, you can't. Unless they've signed them on, they're using the product or generating volume, it means jack. Please do not phone me telling me you know the whole of Anglo Gold. I don't care. You need to actually connect with them. You need to turn it into volume before it means anything. And you've got to remember that potential means nothing. It means nothing. This means everything. Our whole business is based on volume. Is everyone with me? So for Jade, how much volume does she have?
100.
Sapphire?
100.
Ruby?
200. 300.
So now Allura Bay has been introduced to, do these aircons work?
No.
Still not. Okay. Now we've introduced Allura Bay. When you buy one serum,
110 PV.
110 PV. Okay, so now I've bought my serum, right? And I'm like, I can't go without the night cream. So instead of spending the money that I was going to spend on my own skincare anyway, and the average woman in South Africa spends 3,500 Rand on skincare a month, did you know that?
Yeah.
I was horrified, I couldn't believe it. Coming from a background of pretty much Dove, For me, this was a big step, okay? And then I realized, but hang on, a lot of women are interested in this, and when I buy my serum, my night cream, oh shucks, I still need to get my XFT. So at the moment, this is what my ordership looks like. My Lorave gives me 275 PV, and I'll tell you why. Because if I buy the serum and the night cream, it costs me about 3.5, 3.6, which is on par with what most women are spending on average skincare in South Africa, right? If I add another 400-500 rand to it, I get the full kit. So I'll get a serum, 2 night creams, patches, and pamphlets. Value add, right? And how much volume is it worth to me? 275. Whereas just the serum and the night cream would have given me about 220. Everybody with me? Okay. Now the second thing is, I just had such a blank.
The value add.
Value add, who said that? You are amazing. Okay, value add. So my friend Tracy, you guys know Tracy, right? She says to me she's standing at Clicks and she's put all this stuff through and they go, do you have a club card? She says yes, she gives them the club card. She doesn't know how many points are in there. Who's actually redeemed the Clicks club card points? Always? I've never done that, okay? I won't shop without it, but I've never redeemed it. Anyway, so the lady at the counter says to her, if you spend another 50 rand, you'll get this free mascara and this bag. Now this is exactly what Tracy does. Looking, 50 bucks, what can I buy for 50 rand more? Okay, take this. Puts this in, pays 50 bucks for whatever she really didn't need, and then she gets the mascara. So I go, how was the mascara? Oh, she doesn't know. She didn't use it. So let me tell you a little bit about the psyche of people. They love something free just for the sake of it being free. It's amazing, okay? And I've seen myself do this as well. So when you're going out and telling people about a Lorave, you're not selling to them, you're telling them with the intention of them using it. You're going to be creating this kind of volume for yourself with the same intention as if you wanted to sell a serum and a night cream. But it's extra volume for you and your user. Make sense? Okay. Then I do 50 PV of XFT. And that's enough for Clinton and my usage for the month. And I'm going to just tell you straight out, I hate XGT. I think I'm the only one who doesn't drink it in the whole country. I can't stand it. But Clinton drinks about 20 liters of the stuff every day. So he gets the pack of 50 PV that gives him XGT and Ecomist. So then I swap him for 25 PV of XFT for his Ecomist. For the Ecomist because he doesn't care about clean stuff. Or about taking care of other people's cars, clearly. Okay, so every single month I am worth, just through my usage in personal volume, 325 PV. All the other 50 goes to Clinton. Clinton does 325 and I do 325 because he also gets his Lorave. Is everyone with me? Like he really needs it. Okay, so this is why I want you to start considering your order ship. You can do a bi-monthly order ship where 1 month you do XFT and the next month you do XGT if that's easier for you to do. Your Lorave you need every single month. Now I know that a lot of people go, I don't have the money for a Lorave. Let me tell you, just the usage of the Lorave, people are going to ask you, what has happened to your skin? Oh, it's been amazing, you should try this product. And the sale has already been done for you. But you're not going out there looking for people anymore to sell your product to because we're not here as glorified salespeople. Is everybody seeing the mind shift in auto-ship? Is it making a bit more sense? Do you think you'll feel better about your order ship if you can actually use all the product and it's not stacked up in some cupboard somewhere? Yes. Okay, now here's the second thing. What we want to do with the order ship is we want to create something that's called VCP. having the product around is going to create visibility. So I want to use an example, and I'm sorry I gave the bottle away yesterday. My daughters had found 2 bottles of 120ml bottle and 60ml bottle of XFT. You know, my 2 little girls running around here. And they were lying on their tummies in their playroom, and they had taken a permanent marker and drawn faces on the bottles. And the one, this was the, this is the baby XFT, and the other one was the mommy XFT, and they were playing with these 2 bottles of XFT, you know, like, you know, this kind of thing, right? Because everything becomes a toy. And this really is because I've got so much XFT lying around my house. I know some of you get that. So, Hannah and Bailey are both very mischievous. They know they're not allowed to take toys to school. So they hide the mommy and the baby XFT in their school bags. And then I get a phone call from Hannah's teacher saying to me, your child has this toxic substance in her bag and we need to talk about this. I'm going, oh dear, I don't know what this is. I get to school and I go, oh no, this is XFT, don't stress about that. And she's like, well, I've been reading this. What is this? And all of a sudden, she's now using XFT. Having the Allura base stand around the house, Bailey will walk to, you know, kids are really fantastic. She'll walk to someone and say, you have lots of lines, you should buy my mom's cream. But it's the visibility in the house that has created that kind of environment. So the other thing is, sometimes we get a whole bunch of orders all at once, and then I leave them in the packet on the table, and they stack up. So when people walk into my house, the first thing they ask me, what's that? Oh, it's funny that you should ask. And so you want to find that your order ship is a way to create visibility. So why do we want to create visibility? Why do we? It is the foundation phase of creating a brand for any product, anywhere. I must tell you that I've seen a couple of Herbalife distributors and they drive me nuts. Okay, now we use the 24 product and all that kind of stuff. We do love that product range. But my daughter, I was saying to, I think it was Charmaine, my daughter plays in the netball team, and one of the coaches is very clearly a Herbalife distributor. Like when we do school team pictures, she's always wearing her Herbalife shirt. And then she's walking around with her Herbalife water bottle. And inevitably, if I say to her, why are you always carrying that water bottle around, I will not ask her. Because I know that that is going to open up the conversation for, you should try that, you know what I mean? But she's creating a kind of visibility, and I've seen so many of the moms walk to her and go, I always see you wearing that. What is in that bottle? She goes, you know what, you should give this to your child. They'll be so calm. It's a slow release nutrient all over the night. Absolutely amazing. And I see these women getting all their Herbalife products from her at every netball practice. Now what has she done effectively? Created visibility. If you have a Live Elite shirt, wear it. If you have an Allura Bay pendant, wear it. If you have a team shirt, wear it. Is everyone with me? So I made myself a shirt that says, I'm a 6-figure income earner in MLM, and I wore the shirt to netball on Thursday. When we got there on Monday, she wasn't wearing a Herbalife shirt anymore. So I'm just kind of going, just shut it, Herbalife lady. I've had enough. But visibility is very important. That's why we've got the team function, so that you can create visibility on social media and you don't have to worry about the branding guidelines for Live Elite International and those kind of things. Is everyone with me? So visibility is very important. It's the ground phase for any sort of marketing campaign. Why? Because visibility leads to credibility. Now this is an actual process that gets taught at Harvard Business School, and you will see some of the largest brands in the world have instant recognition. What do you think of when you see this?
Nike.
Who here has ever actually bought Nikes? A couple people, right? By far not everybody, but did everybody know the sign? This creates familiarity, and people are more inclined to spend money on something they are familiar with. Do you know why we struggle with XFT? Because we're still new in South Africa and people are not familiar with it yet. If we can improve our visibility through you getting your order ship, We're going to create credibility and the money's going to start flowing in. Is everyone with me? And what's final? All of us are looking for profitability. Your ordership is a tool for you to create visibility in your business, because essentially this is your business. You did not come here to sell things. You came here to create a sustainable business that will change your financial situation. That's what you've done. Your ordership is not up for debate. You should pay your ordership before you feed your children. I'm serious. So people here that are going, Cheri, you don't understand my financial situation. Unfortunately for you, I've struggled. I know what it's like. I have always paid 100 PV ordership. What do all the top networkers and all the top owners in this company have in common?
100 PV.
100 PV every month. I knew, okay, before the 5th, I knew that this was my ticket to earning the kind of money I needed to earn to take care of my children. So you're going to throw your ticket away with half-assed excuses as to why you can't build your business in a clever way? Ordership is there for you to use the product. So now I want you to get a 11-litre water bottle, put your XGT in it, and wherever you go, you've got your 11-litre bottle, because it's working for that lady at the netball. And I saw it work. It's okay. But wait, I'm going to pitch up, and I'll just make my bottle linear, prettier, you know. I've got it, don't stress. I'll tell you when I've stolen your clientele. Okay, so this is very important. Any questions on ordership? You owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to do your ordership. And not to me or to Clinton and to your upline. You owe it to you. Because if you haven't done your ordership, you cannot reach rank. The other thing that I've seen is that people wait until the 28th to see, or the 30th, to see if they're going to make pull. And if they make pull, then they do the ordership. That is shocking. So you're actually getting your team to build your business through their sign-ups and their orderships, and then you do yours last minute if you have to. That is not okay. Something called faith. Got to step out in faith and do what's right. And when you take a step in the right direction, we're going to get some good results. Okay, we're not ever going to discuss ordership again. Does that make sense? This is not your sales target any longer. You are using it, and as you use our product, you're improving your lifestyle. Okay, let's quickly look at the qualification for qualified distributors. What is a qualified distributor?
It starts with key distributors and place leadership.
When I sign on Charmaine, what is she worth to me? You're worth Jack.
Yeah, nothing.
She is worth nothing to me unless she is earning. How do I get her earning? I help her to find two. What am I worth in this business if I am not qualified? Are you going to build a business where you're not earning? No. So this is one point where I do disagree with Natalie a little bit. Okay, now I've got to be very careful here. She's like the top distributor in the world. I think she's amazing. But I do not agree with holding off you qualifying in order to place people in the right place in the binary. I don't agree with that. Number one is you need to put your oxygen mask on so that you can help someone else breathe. Okay? So your number one goal is to get yourself qualified, and then it is the people that you've signed up to get them qualified. Now when Charmaine is qualified, in other words, she has two distributors that are doing their ordership that she signed up and that are on opposite ends in her binary. She is now a qualified distributor, and this is what she would look like. Like here's me, and that would be her on my level one. Is everyone with me? Now this little conglomerate of three is called a qualified distributor. How many of those do you need for Pearl?
2.
We need one more. For Jade? For Sapphire?
4,
Ruby? Emerald?
6,
Diamond? Blue Diamond? So I quickly want to address an issue here. Remember that I told you guys, who was here with the training where I said, I'm so worried about Botswana? Can you guys remember that training? So at that stage, they had a 4% earning rate. We are now struggling to make all of them keep their rank. Why? Can you qualify and help 70 people on your first level? No, because you're still learning, right? I'm still learning. I'm having a hard time with the 19 I've got. Thank you very much. Look, my one is my mother, and she counts for like 7. But the point I'm trying to make is no reasonable distributor can deal with 70 business people on their front line. So what's the effect? You deal with maybe about 5 of them, and what happens to the rest of them? They fall off. Now, how fast does negative news about a company spread? Very quick. So network marketing is either going to explode your business or totally kill it. And you have a responsibility to grow in a responsible manner in this company. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to build qualified distributors as you need them for your rank. So at any given point in this company, you're going to be building, assisting, and leading at the same time. You're going to lead your existing distributors that are building and doing well. You're going to help the new ones that you signed up. And you're going to be working on finding new ones so that you can build your rank. Does that make sense? So qualified distributors is the lifeblood of your organization. Now if you've got more than 10 on your front line that are more or less willing to work this business, do not sign on any more front level, please, front line. Because a distributor on your front line is worth nothing unless they are qualified. Okay, does that make sense? That's what makes Live Elite different. That Herbalife Dunny has not ever had to help her downline or upline or anybody because her business is obviously only 100% sales driven. We are not your normal network marketing company. We're here to link arms, and the more you work in the ambit of the team, the more effective you will be. Does that make sense? Qualified distributors, these are not too difficult to do. Now I want you to start considering you need 8. That's pretty cool, right? Do you know 8 people? Everybody knows 8 people. Just need to find the right ones. Okay, so let's quickly chat about the final requirement. What is it? Volume. Volume. You can get volume in 2 ways. How much volume do you need for Pearl?
4,000.
How much do you need for Jade?
10.
Sapphire? Ruby? Emerald? Diamond? And blue diamond? Okay, so you don't need to know how to get to blue diamond now. But I think it's important that you know what the requirements are, because as you plan your business, you're going to be planning towards blue diamond. Now, if you're planning towards Cape Town and you're looking to go to Durban, I mean, we're going to have a slight problem, isn't it? You're going to take the roundabout way. So when you get volume, how is volume made up in your business? 2 ways that you get volume. Signs,
No. Orderships?
orderships,
New.
Sign-on.
and new volume, sign-ons, absolutely. So when you sign somebody up, how much are they worth to you? Okay? Your entry-level ordership is worth? Your person that is really serious about this business and improving their lifestyle, how much minimum ordership do you think they should be worth to you? Based on what I've told you in terms of usage of all our products. Because every month they will get the serum, the night cream, XGT, the patches obviously comes in that kit. their e-commerce and their XFT, and they will use all that product. That's the person that is really serious about this business. Would you be able, let's say you're not serious about, you're serious about using the product, but you don't have the kind of money to spend 4,000 Rand on skincare yet. I realize that that is a very real situation. Then what do you need to do? Buy the kit and then you need to sell it. You need to do what you need to do to get to the point where you can use the product yourself and you don't have to sell it to anybody. And that point comes very, very quickly. Very quickly if everybody is building on this model. Because when you are a pearl, on average, how much are you earning? That's what I say. As a jade, more or less, how much are you earning? As a sapphire?
35.
Let's say 35. I know some sapphires that have earned 80,000. 90,000. Okay? As a ruby, comfortably, say about 50, 60. As an emerald, diamond, and a blue diamond. Now, as your business grows, your overheads are going to grow a little too. And if we can get people to start using the product, how passionate do you think they're going to be? Our products have been chosen so that you can improve your lifestyle while you are using them and make money off getting other people to use them. This is a referral business, not sales. There's a very big difference. A very big difference. So when you are a pearl, there is no excuse for you to be doing only 100 PV. You could be doing your serum and 25 XGT and 25 XFT. Now what do you think would happen to all our volumes if we actually started using the products that we sold? But we're so stuck on selling that we're forgetting about the fact that we should be using our products. It's simple as that. So now, I want you to consider this, and we're not going to work on the 325, we're going to work on 200, okay? Just to make it a bit easier, but I want to show you. If you want to build a pearl business in 1 month, how many new sign-ups do you need?
16.
16. Does everybody get why?
It's not strictly true. It's not strictly true because you must have some mentorships in there.
I said in 1 month, new business. Only new business.
Well,
So we're talking only new business. We'll chat about that in a second.
She signed on and then she needs to get 16 new people.
Yes, in 1 month.
In 1 month.
And we're not talking 30 days. I'll get to what Graham's touching on now in a second. In 1 month. So if you sign up on the 24th, you have like 6 days. Okay? Or you can sign people up, get your leaders going, and then get them all to pearl in the following month. That's what I would do. Is everyone with me? So if you want to be a pearl in 1 month and you're brand new, you need 16 people. Does it mean that you have to sign on 16 people? No. You and your team. So what structure on average do we suggest to build a pearl business in a month? 4 by 4. So let me show you how easy it is. We chat to Addie, we see her on, was it on Thursday? And Addie's been in the business for a little while, and I said to her, I'm done. You are ranking this month. That's it. Can you find 4 people by Tuesday? Now remember, she has been a little disillusioned with the process because it's taking a little longer than what she would have wanted it to, right? And then I said to her, can you find 4 by Tuesday? And her answer was, yeah, I can do that. Okay. It's because we've given it a date, we've given it a time, we've made the plan on how we're going to get there, and now we're implementing it. So she finds 4 by Tuesday. Now she's got 4 people, all she has to do is duplicate with them what she's just done. So technically, getting to pearl should be a 2-week process. Is everyone with me? And you smile and you're going, I've been in this business for 6 months, Cheri. I know it's not that easy. I want you to do a little bit of introspection. It's not the business that doesn't work, it's you that's not working. It's as simple as that. So I sit down with my team, Billionaire Mindset. With a name like that, you'd imagine that they get it, right? Why are you not at Pearl yet? I don't really know. I don't know. I'm sending about 50 emails a day. Okay, but how many people are you speaking to? No, none. No, but how many people have you actually connected with personally? No, I don't like the phone. Right. You get over your drama. You're making phone calls now. It's as simple as that. How badly do you want this? Please, if you do not want this, I would like you to close your notebook, enjoy the cake and the peppermint crisp tart, and go home and quit Syntek. Okay, because really it's not for you. I'm looking for people that are willing to actually give it a go, because you deserve this. Is everyone with me? Okay, so you're going to do the 4x4, and you can do that in 2 weeks. Is there anybody that believes a 4x4 in 2 weeks is impossible? No? It's not impossible. But you know what? We get busy getting busy. We get busy getting busy. There's Cassie and I were doing phone calls last week. We both come to a power hour, and neither of us has airtime. 2 of the top distributors in the country were making phone calls, and all of a sudden we run out of airtime on the second phone call after he referred me to a car wash. We are really striving for excellence here. So I've had to do, I know, it's shocking. And I'm going, I'm still emerald. It's been 6 months, I'm still emerald. Yeah, Cheri, because you're not working. You're not working. It's as simple as that. So we've admitted it, and we're starting our phone calls, we stopped making excuses. To build a 4x4 in 2 weeks is not impossible. It's not impossible. So, to be Jade in a month, we're talking about it in 1 month, how many people do you need?
40.
40 people. What structure would you suggest to work at Jade?
Two 4x4s.
Okay. Lorraine, you are fantastic. I'm so glad you brought that up. Lorraine was saying a 10 by 10. I have 2 issues with that, and tell me if you agree with me. You're welcome to disagree. For someone with your personality type, this is great. But I go to somebody who doesn't like making phone calls and who really is a bit nervous of the telephone, and I go, you need to find me 10 people, we're going to help them to find 10. How possible does it seem? A lot of people stop this business because they don't feel they're getting results quick enough. So we need to make the goals small and achievable so they have a sense of entitlement and a sense of success. So we're going to do that. I don't like this. I don't like that because it means you are running with 10 people on your front line. Some of you don't even know all the ins and outs of the product yet. You need to earn as you're learning. Money is the focus here, not building massive lines that are going to fall out at some stage and hoping they'll swim. Here you are building 4 people that are pretty much a couple people of Pearl, and you're building another 4 people that are all qualified. Everyone still with me? Okay. Now I want you to go back to our 4x4. If you can do that in 2 weeks, do you think that you can get the 16 on your second level all to qualify in 2 weeks? With the help of your front line? It's not a difficult thing to do. You just need to know that that's where you're focusing. So for us to do Jade with an experienced distributor in a month is not impossible. If you are a distributor that has been in this business for longer than 3 months, you can do Jade in a month if you work it. Jade. And this is Jade through orderships. This is not through Jade through sign-ups. If you do Jade in a month, your first month's paycheck will probably be around 50,000 Rand. Can 50,000 Rand change your life?
Yes.
Okay. How many people for Sapphire? 80 people. How many for Ruby? 100 people. How many for Emerald? No. Quickly work it out. Sorry, I can't remember all the numbers. Is it 400?
It's 200 for Ruby,
200, sorry, got the
400,
400.
800, 1600.
800 people, and 1,600 people. Now that's if you want to do it in 1 month. Okay. So you can see there that you can very comfortably build yourself a jade business in 1 month. After our first month in the business with XFT in August 2013, we had 40 people in our team. And we knew nothing. No testimonials, no help, no nothing. We were swimming, we had no idea what we were doing. Now you have leadership, infrastructure, you've got a bit of visibility, there's knowledge, there's trainings, meetings like this. You guys are far more inclined. Everyone with me? 40 in a month is not impossible because I've seen it done. And it was Clinton and I that had built 40. Cassie and Charmaine actually had more in their team in their first month. Obviously we formed part of that team. And I knew nothing about network marketing, so nothing that makes us special. Okay, now we're looking at the guy who's got distributors in your team. How many people do you need with 100 PV to get you to 4,000 group volume?
40.
Now I want to think of, now you want to think about your business. Who here has got about 40 people in their business or more? Morgan, Charmaine, Andrew, are you Pearl yet?
No.
Gnomes?
Yes.
Yes, Morgan? Not yet? So can you again see how important this is? Okay. Who of you are very close to 40 people in your team? It happens very quickly. It's just getting that car started. It's that first push. How many do you need for Jade? Sapphire? Ruby? Emerald? Diamond? Blue diamond. That's if they're doing 100 PV ordership. Now I know not everybody's very mathematically inclined, but I know that for Clinton this was a huge mind shift. You guys have to know that on the new compensation plan, Clinton doesn't qualify Blue Diamond yet because they've changed the requirements. So although his income literally basically tripled with the new compensation plan, he's made Diamond on the new compensation plan. The other Blue Diamonds in the world had gone to like Ruby, there was one that had gone to Jade. Okay, because the compensation plan had changed so that you can't just sit back. He cannot sit back now and do nothing and think he's going to be earning big money. He's got to keep in touch with his team, he's got to keep on going at it. Okay, so he's still earning really, really well, but he hasn't reached the rank yet. Now I want you to consider that in his team, sorry, it's just because I know his numbers, he's got about, let's say, 9,000 distributors. 8,000, 9,000. Now I want you to look at these numbers. To be Jade, how many 200 PVs do you need to be Jade? 20. I mean for Pearl. For Jade? 50. For Sapphire? Ruby? Emerald? Diamond? Is everyone with me? Blue Diamond? So let me ask you, Clinton wants to now build his Blue Diamond business. Okay? He wants to be the first Blue Diamond on the new compensation plan in Africa and worldwide. I think only Natlan and Chris Bailey is there at this point. Okay? So he wants to be the first Blue Diamond. Do you think it's going to help him to sign on a 4x4 structure? No. Because what would a 4x4 structure be worth to him? 4,000 group volume. What is the difference between Diamond and Blue Diamond in volume? 200,000. So is a sign-up campaign going to help him? No. So do you see why you are, when you are asking us to do one-on-ones, why it's just not viable? But what if he did a global strategy on ordership improvement? Out of his 8,000 distributors, if he can get 25% of that just to use a Laura Bay every month, just to use it, he'd be royalty elite. Is everybody understanding me? So these are the steps to building your business. Write them down. Step 1. What is step 1 to building your rank? Ordership. If you have not done your ordership, you cannot get to Pearl. It's as simple as that. When you do your ordership between the 1st and the 5th of the month, it means you have stepped out in faith. This is what I'm going to do this month. You are resolute. You're not going to wait until the 30th to see if you've got enough volume, because we're not interested in that kind of mentality. Everyone with me? Between the 1st and the 5th. Step 2. When you do your ordership between the 1st and the 5th of the month, you get extra reward points. I just got, Denny, I've got that product by the way. I just got 8 bottles of Laura Bay for free, worth 16,000 Rand, because I've done my ordership between the 1st and the 5th of the month. And it also allows my team to plan. It's as simple as that. Okay, so it's non-negotiable. Ordership has to be done. Your first step towards reaching rank. Step number 2, what is it?
Qualified level 1.
Qualify yourself. So if you're a brand new distributor, what do you need to do to qualify yourself? Find 2 people. If you are a current distributor, go and look at your front line. Are you in or you out? Are you in or you out? Are you in or you out? Hi there, this is Cheri. I'm quickly phoning you to find out where you are standing with this business. I'm building my Pearl business this month and I need to decide a portion of that's going to be under you. Are you in or you out? Oh, you're in. Cool, your ordership will be done in the next 2 days. Oh, you can't do that. I'm sorry, that then means you're out. Cool, you tell me when you do your ordership and then you and I can chat again. For now, I'm moving on. Is that cool? You'll read me about the paper. Be blessed. Bye. And then does Cheri phone that person again?
No.
Naomi, does Cheri phone that person again? No. Naomi did this and she reached her rank in 1 month. Because we started going business, not business. Business, not business. Is everyone with me? Cut off what doesn't work. It's a little boat. You're going, off you go. I wish you all the best. Everyone with me? Okay. That's step number 2. You've got to qualify yourself. So either it is through going, are you in or you out with your existing distributors? Make sure that the 2 people that are qualifying you are on opposite legs in the binary. Got it. Step 3. Get your first 2 qualified. Because how much is a signed up distributor worth to you? Say it with me loud. How much is a qualified distributor worth to you? Nothing. Zip. They're worth nothing unless they're earning.
A qualified distributor or a new distributor?
A new distributor. What did I say?
Qualified.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Now while let's say I've signed on these 2 ladies, now I'm going to help the 2 of them to qualify, and at the same time I'm building 2 more. So when you are doing this, you are officially now a leader, and best you start acting it. I'm going to help you to get qualified and help Charmaine to get qualified, and while I'm doing that, I'm building 2 more. Make sense? So now when I get to step 4, I've got 4 frontline and 2 of them are qualified. I'm now on track to be Pearl, right? Step 4, so we've made it easy to remember. 4, complete your 4x4 structure. When you get to step 5, you now have a 4x4 in place. How many people do you have in your team? 16. In fact, 20 people. You're quite right, Andrew. You'll have 20 people in your business. And now you start building pearls. So you go and you find your leaders, it doesn't matter where they are in your organization, and you start pushing them to pearl. Is everybody with me? Now let's see how good you guys are. How many pearls do I need to get to jade?
2.5. 3.
3. We're not so keen on cutting distributors in half. So we're going to do, actually, I can think of a couple that I'd like to do that with, but you need 3 pulls to get to Jade. So now you start considering if you're a current distributor, Morgan, you've got quite a big team, right? Do you think there's 3 of them that you can help them to get to pull? Absolutely you can. And it's a very different view from trying to build your own rank, right? The quicker you can get your focus off your own rank, the quicker your business will grow. How many Jades do you need to get to Ruby?
Jades, 5.
Do the math. 5. You need 5 Jades in your business to get to Ruby. So we were planning Cassie's business with him, and he's going, no, he's going to push for Ruby this month. And after we did the math, we realized, but hang on a second, you've actually got enough leaders in your business that you can simultaneously push to rank. You can very comfortably push for Emerald. Because the difference in Ruby and Emerald is just 5 Jades. Is this making sense to everybody? Because you've also got to make sure, what's the one other thing you've got to just make sure? We end off with this. About volume.
40% in one leg.
Did everyone get that? You cannot get all your volume from one uni-level leg. You must have at least 3 legs that are growing in volume. What is the most volume that you can take from one uni-level leg for rank? 40%, right? So let's quickly go through what that is. For the maximum volume that you can take from any leg for Pearl is 1,600 group volume. For Jade,
4,000.
4,000. For Sapphire, 8,000. For Ruby, is it 20,000?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can never remember. For Emerald, it's 40,000, 80,000 here,
60,000.
and finally Blue Diamond is
160.
160, sorry.
Just fix the Jade one's 400, not 400, 4,000.
You got it. Okay, so let's quickly chat to our guys that have been in the business for a while. Who's got a uni-level leg that is running away with him? Cassie?
Cassie's sorted for Blue Diamond.
He's sorted
For 40% of his business.
Actually, he's sorted for
Team lead.
Imperial team lead.
Imperial
Okay, so
team
quickly
lead.
use your story as an example. Cassie signed up Clinton, okay? And we chatted about this during the week. And I think our mindset on our stronger leg has to change. So Cassie signs up Clinton, and Clinton was very lucky that he found the right people very quickly. And I'm thinking if you probably asked me, I would have probably signed up with you. We could have had a very different dynamic. I'm just saying.
We'll put in the application.
No, he's good looking, so, oh well. You were married. And then people go, that wouldn't have stopped you anyway. So, where was I? So, I want to give you an idea that this is, we're just going to draw it here in this little box, okay? Here's Cassie. He signed up Clinton. Clinton's leg generates, on average, per month, 150?
Yeah, between 150
Let's say about, let's actually make it a good month. 200,000 group volume. That's one uni-level leg. Does that help Cassie to get to Pearl?
No.
No. Does that help Cassie get to Jade?
No.
Not really. Sapphire?
No.
No. You see, he's got to build the business as well. The most he can take from Clinton's leg, for Sapphire for instance, is 8,000. So what tends to happen is we look at that business and we go, oh, I hate that guy. When in actual fact, change your mindset. Clinton takes care of 40% of Cassie's rank requirements every month. So the jump for Cassie between Sapphire and Ruby is not 30,000 group volume, because 40% of that deficit has already been taken care of by his one unilevel leg. So if you've got a runaway leg, I want you to go to that distributor and go, thank you, but I'm going to kick your butt, and then you keep on moving. You need to remember, who did you sign up, Naomi, that's running away with you?
That's my mom's leg.
Oh dear. You've signed up someone like your mom once.
Yeah.
So is it possible for you to find a distributor of that caliber? Yes, because you've done it already. So what's stopping you from just doing it again? Is everyone with me? You just go find yourself another Clinton. It's as simple as that. And it really is as simple as that. Now you're starting to look for what you've done before and just simply duplicating that instead of being threatened by it. Is everyone with me? Does this make sense? Is there anything that we did today that you guys did not understand? Is this changing the way you're looking at your business a bit?
Yes.
Not really? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, well it wouldn't be worth anything if there wasn't a competition. So before we do the competition, I quickly want to tell you something. I'm one of those competitive moms, in case you didn't know.
Really?
You think? You know the athletics day, all the moms are standing there with their pre-primary school children, and they're standing there with their pretty little outfits, and some of them don't want to run, and then the mommies stand at the end of the line, and they're going, you can do it, my baby, come on. I'm going, I'm watching you. First place, because when you're second, you're first for the losers. So run. My kids are the only ones, 3 years old, op hulle merke, gereed, and they go. I'm so proud to say that they have won every single race they've ever run, okay? Right? And is it because my kids are runners? No. Have you seen Hannah and Bailey? They are, oh, they're here.
They're gorgeous.
They're beautiful, but they're not athletic, like Marilyn Jones, Olympic sprinter kind of kids. But they know. They know what's expected of them. So when they go to school, I chose a school that didn't do participation awards. So you're not going to get anything today for participating. Because quite frankly, that's like bottom entry level stuff. We're only going to hand out a prize for the winner today. Is that cool? Yeah. So it's a cash prize and a bottle of wine, because no prize is complete without wine. Get a clean piece of paper. Ooh, skis, skis, skis. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Get a clean piece of paper. You're going to have 5 minutes to answer these questions. And we're going to go through the answers. You have to write them down, because that's going to be the proof, and we're going to stand up, sit down to get the results, okay? So just write the answers, we'll take it from there. Your 5 minutes starts now.
I've already won.
Must be written down.
Cheri, this just reminded me of a question I need to ask you later.
Right, everybody stand up, let's go, quick, quick, quick. If you got the answer wrong, you need to sit down. Okay. And don't cheat. Unless you can do it without getting caught. Alright, so what is step 1 to reach a rank? Auto ship. You didn't say auto ship, sit down. Okay, if you said being qualified, that's wrong. Right. Step 2. At which rank do you start earning check match commissions? Jade. Well done. What did you guys say? Pearl. Okay. Nolan Pillay. That is shocking. What did he say? This is one of our leaders. Okay. 3. How much is the cash bonus when you reach Sapphire? 10,000 US. Excellent. Why did we change our name? New products. If you said anything new products, you can sit down. How many pulls do you need to be a solid Sapphire? 5. 5 pulls. How much volume in one leg for Jade? 4,000 for Jade. Okay, my brand new lady just sat down now. That is amazing. That is well done. Just drop kicked like half my team. That's well done. Okay, how many qualified distributors for level 2 to Ruby? No?
How many qualified distributors for Ruby?
On level 2?
On level 2. Oh, that's what I missed.
None. Zero. No one on level 2 is going to get you anywhere. Okay? Is it only you, Santa?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go through the rest of the questions quickly. Sit down for me. What is the minimum ordership requirement for Blue Diamond? 300. How much volume do you require to reach Emerald?
200,000.
200,000? No, 100,000.
Emerald.
Emerald's 100,000.
Yeah.
How many people doing a 200 PV ordership will get you to Ruby?
100.
Work it out quickly. How do you work it out? This is why we gave you the question. For Ruby, you need 50,000 group volume.
250.
You need 250 people. How many qualified distributors do you need for Diamond? 8. And how many new distributors will get you to Jade in 1 month on starter kits? 40. Okay, so is there anyone else that only got one wrong?
Yes.
Morgan, Charmaine, and Santa. Okay, Santa, jy meer as een vraag. Verkeerd. Jy het niks verkeerd nie? Okay, then she wins. Well done. Well done, Santa. Excellent. This is your one, and this is Clinton's cash.
Cheri, Blue Diamond, you only need 200 PV.
Yeah. What did I say?
300. But that's what you trained on today, but that's wrong.
I trained 300.
Keep it at 300, everybody goes Blue Diamond 5 here.
Alright, so since I got that wrong, I'll tell you what, I'll give you all cake and coffee and tea and juice. I've got all the kinds of stuff that you should not be eating outside. Thank you so much for being here. I quickly want to remind you that when you plan your rank, how often do you have to do it? Every single day. But then people are going, but I don't have such a big team yet. That's fine. You're going to get so sick and tired of drawing nothing that it's going to prompt you into movement. When you plan your business, do you plan it in terms of uni-level or binary? Uni-level. Uni-level. Why?
Binary is
1 income stream of binary, 7 of your uni-level. So you plan according to uni-level. If somebody on your front line stops doing the business, what do you do?
Find a locker.
Find a locker. So now this is the best advice I'm ever going to give you. If somebody in your front line is not working the business anymore, you go, are you in or are you out? As soon as you get her being out, you literally stop having her live in your mind rent-free kind of thing, and you go to her downline, and you go look for a locker. Can't find one, you go to level 3, level 4, and you will find your diamond somewhere. If there is no diamond, what do? Build a new line. Is everyone with me? Vaughan Hurley, at the moment, his team is the fastest growing team in Team on Fire. He's about 17 levels underneath Clinton in uni level. Everybody between Vaughan and us, completely inactive. But what happens to the volume that Vaughan's team generates for us? Compresses upwards and helps Clinton to get to his rank. Now let me quickly give you a tip. If you're a current distributor and you've got a lot of leaders in your business, right? Like us. Go and find lockers underneath your leaders. So that if your leader ever decides to move on or they're done with Syntek, it will not affect your business. Does that make sense? Because you still have control of the volume generated in that leg because you found the locker. So you'll find that I'm probably working with some of the people in your downline. Like with Naomi, I'll spend time with 1 or 2 of the people in her downline. Or with, in Vaughan's team, I've spent time with Tina or with Lorraine. Because now I'm building a relationship with Tina. So let's say Vaughan decides to move to another network. Do you think he's going to take Tina with him? No. If I didn't have a relationship with her, what are the chances of him taking her with him? Very good. But if she has a relationship with me and she knows that I have a vested interest,
Stays.
yes.
because I know we've got a better conversation plan. So he moves to another network. I know for a fact that I'll keep her here, and I'll keep my volumes intact and my business intact. Does it make sense? You're a leader, go find your lockers. Have an awesome day. I hope you've learned something. I didn't get to cook lunch. I'm sorry. I just went and bought stuff. I'm sorry. Have some tea, have some coffee, finish up a bit. We'll have our opportunity meeting at 1 o'clock. Thank you.